Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Little India in Singapore. What used to be an Indian enclave under British rule is now a slice of home for South Indian and Tamil culture, with a little bit of Sri Lankan and North Indian layers mixed in. It is currently 10:30 a.m. here. So what do you do at 10:30 a.m. when you're in Little India? You go and get yourself a McDonald's breakfast, because I'm not eating curry at bloody 10 o'clock. I might have some lunch here, but I can't do it for breakfast. I'm sorry. Call me uncultured. I just can't do it. So join me for a day of exploring around Little India here in Singapore. So that was Little India's Hindu temple. You weren't allowed to wear shoes in there, so obviously I had to take my shoes off, and you also weren't allowed to wear shorts, which is why I adorned that gown. I think one thing that I admire a lot about Indian people is that they're so devout to their religion and their way of life. Like this place literally feels like a slice of India. I've never actually been to India, but I've watched a lot of travel vlogs, and it does feel like a small slice of their culture. So as I said, why does it exist? It used to be an Indian enclave under British rule. Sorry, it's a bit loud here. And it's one of the last places in Singapore that hasn't actually been taken over by Singapore, and they haven't really done anything. They've just let the culture take over this place, but it's a slice of tourism, so I think it works for them at the end of the day. Apparently Little India was had a huge riot here back in 2013, I believe it was, which led to a massive increase in police presence, but for the most part it's a very safe place. But they did impose a lot of alcohol sanctions and various different rules and enforcements, because Singapore is by design a very strict country, and India can sometimes feel a little bit lawless, so I feel like maybe the cultures don't align too well, so I think the Singaporean government had to crack down a little bit when there was a bit of an uproar back in the day. على صراط مستقيم. I forgot to tell you about the nightmare that I had at the airport. Because I entered Australia under a British passport that only had 10 months validity, I thought because I'm going to be away for a while I'd order a new one, and I got that delivered to Australia. But then because I tried to leave Australia under a passport that they had no knowledge of, it got declined, so I couldn't check in, I couldn't do anything. So the lady at the airport, I had to ring immigration and get both of my passports linked together. So just a little bit of a heads up for anyone travelling to Australia, or potentially anywhere for that matter. If you end up getting a new passport in that country, if they have no knowledge of it, then it might cause you issues. I've made my way to Chinatown. It's also my last day in Singapore, so I am kind of speed running it a little bit. So the vlogs are going to get a lot more interesting from now on, because we're crossing into Malaysia tomorrow, and we're going to be visiting a very cool place known as a ghost city. So stay tuned for tomorrow.
报道还
So that was a Buddhist temple here in Chinatown. Just going to all the temples today apparently. Luckily I didn't have to take shoes off or cover up anything. It did say no photography in that, but everybody in there was filming. So now we're about to head into the Chinatown complex, which I believe is just like a big shopping market, a bit like Camden Town, I reckon. So see if we can, oh, I can smell fish. God. So yeah, we'll see what we can find. Could I get a honeydew smoothie, please?
You want to go with milk or no milk?
No milk, please. Small, please. We've got a honeydew smoothie on the way. Fresh fruit at the back, about to be blended. Thank you. Honeydew melon is one of my absolute favourites, so I'm excited to try this. Oh my god, that is phenomenal. They had a milkshake option, but I probably would have given me the shits if I had milk in this. But that is bloody beautiful. All you need is some blended honeydew melon. Who would have thought? Wow, only $2.50 as well, which is not too bad. That's Singaporean dollars. I'll have to convert that into other currencies. So apparently a big thing in Singapore is these places called hawker centres, which I believe are just like big food courts, and I think this is one of them. So this one is in Chinatown, so it's just rows and rows of different eateries. But I found one that suits me. It is a duck noodle oriental stand, and they have braised duck noodle, which sounds really good, so I might go get that. And I'll do a food review along with my honeydew melon smoothie. Here it is, ladies and gentlemen, the braised duck noodles. It smells incredible, and it was a proper old Chinese man and lady running the stall, so you know it's going to be fire. Suck in, shall we? So as I said, this is my last day in Singapore, so hopefully we don't break the bank anymore. And yeah, we'll be moving on to Malaysia next. I still need to learn how to hold chopsticks properly. Yeah, that's fire. For 5 Singaporean dollars as well. I don't know what that is in normal pounds or Australian dollars, but I think it's like 7 Australian dollars. So not too bad. I don't really know what I'm going to get up to this evening, to be honest. Kind of running out of things to do, unless I go like way out of the way. So yeah, we'll see what we get up to after lunch. These fans are like a fart in a hurricane in this place. It's fucking well hot. But yeah, that's a hawker centre. Just loads and loads of different eateries and stuff. I think I take back what I said about my food. I think it was actually pretty mid. I'm kind of craving a pint. I've seen quite a few places do Guinness actually, so I might try and find a pub and just sink a pint, because I'm really tired. I haven't slept very well in the hostels for the last couple of days, and doing like 20 odd thousand steps a day is obviously less than ideal on no sleep, but we're pushing through. So this is my hostel, by the way. It looks like the 2 girls I was staying with have moved out now, so it's a bit like a capsule hotel. This is my bed over here. But yeah, I booked into a 16-bed dorm through there. I don't know if you can see, but there's like 12 beds through there and then 4 in here, and luckily I was put in the 4. And then just through there is the bathrooms. And we've got some tennis courts outside as well. So it's not been too bad actually. It was really quiet last night, although the fact that 3 new people are going to be moving in is less than ideal. So I've just come to another hawker centre to get a cheap meal. It was cheap. It was 9 Australian dollars, but I put a piece of chicken in my mouth. And it was stone cold, so then I stuck my finger in the rice and the rice was cold as well. Not like stone cold, like kind of lukewarm. So I don't think I should eat it. I spat the chicken back out because it was like half warm, half cold. Which, if I'm planning on crossing into Malaysia tomorrow, I don't really fancy getting food poisoning. So I think I'm going to leave it, but I feel really bad. Okay, hear me out. I went to a currency exchange, changed some Singapore dollars into Malaysian dollars. I think I lost about 11 Australian dollars in exchange fees. And then I went to the hawker centre in the basement and ate I spat out the cold chicken. So I've come back to the trusty Golden Arches. Call me uncultured, call me what you want. But I'm not about to give myself food poisoning. But look, they have garlic pepper chicken nuggets and curry sauce. So I'm a happy guy right now. That's all I can say. Never going to a hawker centre ever again. Traumatised. Nah, it wasn't that bad, but I just didn't want to risk it. It would probably have been fine, but again, I just didn't want to risk it. So let's try the McDonald's garlic pepper chicken nuggets. Curry sauce is a bit rogue. We'll try one without first. Oh yeah. Yeah, they're good. Curry sauce as well. Oh yeah. Good decision. Okay, so as I was eating my McDonald's, I had a comment on one of my TikTok videos and he said, "Oh dude, you could be having so much better food for like so much cheaper." Now, I'm not a travel planner. I literally just turn up to a country and I'll wing it. I don't have time to sit down and research where's the best place to eat. And for me, on my travels, eating is kind of like a means to an end for me. Like don't get me wrong, I love good food. But for me, traveling is about the experience of like getting out there and doing stuff. Obviously you can immerse yourself in the culture and eat the cuisine and stuff, but for me that's not really like my main priority. I literally just want to throw something in my belly and then I want to leave. So I feel like it's going to be a bit of a tricky one with putting my finances on blast. I'm going to try and avoid them in the YouTube videos. I'll probably do like little updates here and there saying like, this is how much I've spent so far, this is how much I've got left. But mainly for Instagram and TikTok is like the daily budget videos. So I feel like it's going to put me in a bit of a tricky spot putting my finances on blast because everybody's going to have an opinion. They're like, no, you spent too much on that. I already got it. Loads of people were like proper rage baited by how much my eSIM cost. They were like, dude, it's so much cheaper to buy a SIM in this country and that country. I'm like, it's a global eSIM. It works in like over 150 countries. And it's an eSIM, so literally I cross the border and then it just transitions to the next cell provider. So it's like convenient. Again, a lot of it is convenience, just easy, like a means to an end for me. Yes, I probably could be doing stuff cheaper, but I'm just trying to show like an average traveler coming to these countries, this is roughly what you can expect. You can slum it a lot more than what I'm doing and probably save money, or you could go a lot bougier and spend a lot more money than I'm spending. But I would also argue McDonald's is different in every single country. Like even from England to Australia, there's slight nuances and differences in the menu. So I would argue that trying McDonald's in every single country is indulging in the local cuisine. A lot of other people won't see it that way, but yeah, it's just a little bit of a rant. No, like the TikTok comment didn't get to me. Like I was unaware of hawker centres, obviously, because I don't plan. Like I get these people who come with like spreadsheets and they watch all of the TikTok videos and they plan it all down to a meticulous T. They know where they're going for breakfast, lunch and dinner every single time, but I'm not like that. I just come here, wing it, I see a spa, like I go there. So yeah, like I am thankful for the social media comments, because now if I go forward and make like travel guides and stuff, I can put their recommendations in. And today I did go to a hawker centre off of a TikTok recommendation, and that one was quite good. But then equally I went to another one and the rice and chicken was cold. So, you know, there's swings and roundabouts of going cheap and local. There's certain risks involved, whereas I suppose if you go for established places like McDonald's and whatnot, you kind of know what you're getting. So that's just my 2 cents on the matter. But I'm going to head back down towards the Marina Bay Sands area because there's a few attractions that I've not sussed out yet, so I'll see you down there. Look at this for a viewing spot. You've got the National Gallery here. Then over there you've got Arts and Theatre Centre. In the distance you've got the Marina Bay Sands over there, and then you've got the incredible skyline over there. I'm just about to make my way over to a bridge that looks quite cool on the images, but we'll see how cool it is when we get there. I mean, it's just a bridge at the end of the day, but we'll see. This is the bridge in question, but as I've got here, there's oh, that's my face. There's the art centre from the front, which is beautiful. And then again, you've got more skyline over here. It's really weird. Singapore seems quite detached from its skyline. Like that, them buildings like really far away. I've never been over there. Like everything around Singapore is kind of away from what I'd probably class as the CBD, I suppose. But yeah, this is the bridge with the Marina Bay Sands in the background. I know I've shown the Marina Bay Sands quite a lot, but it is just a phenomenal building. Like, you just can't fathom the effort it must have taken to build that. Yeah, again, I know you've seen it a million times, but here's the whole of it from the opposite side to where I was yesterday. Pretty cool. Not entirely sure what the hype is, but everybody seems to be flocking around this statue, spraying out water. Let me know the cultural significance of this in the comments if you know. Not gonna lie guys, I don't think I've got anything left in the tank and it's still daylight outside, so currently on my way to 7-Eleven, gonna pick up some snacks and then I think I'm gonna go back to my hostel and watch the last 2 episodes of a series I'm watching on Netflix. So I mean, I've done a lot. Just dropped me a snack from 7-Eleven. Yeah, I've done a lot. I mean, I've seen the sights, so I only had 2.5 days here, so there's only so much I could have done anyway. I couldn't go like too far out, so pretty happy with what I've done. If there's any more time left on this video, then I've probably filmed something else, but if not, that'll be the end of today's vlog. Join me tomorrow where we are going to cross into Malaysia, which is going to be an epic adventure.